Welcome to the first ever Canvas Cutter weekly vlog and our brand new studio, baby. Woo! Let's go!
Dude, what's up?
What's up, champ?
One of the worst rounds of my life, actually.
Oh, Schaefer, when you needed to show up.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a tournament player.
Too much pressure?
I went in there too amped up, too amped out, and did not perform.
You weren't wearing a Canvas Cutter hat or shirt, were you?
Oh yeah, I was repping hard.
Oh, Schaefer. All right, we're going to walk you through the wall just so you kind of get a feel of what's on the wall and why it's here. We're going to start out with the podcast equipment. The Cuttercast is coming back hot and heavy, so we're pretty excited about that. So I wanted to include that. Obviously, T and I geek out on camera equipment. So, this is just a rough draft of the equipment that might be displayed up here. We'll beef it up a little bit, but that's why it's here, because you get this content because of sweet, awesome camera gear like that. Got the Summit up here on the wall. Love this product. You'll love it too. Super good product. Burrow Duffel, best duffel bag out there. I know it sounds like pretty blunt to make that statement. There's lots of duffel bags out there and there's lots of good ones, but when it comes to features and quality, best one out there. Got our Brumby Cantle bag up here and also some final samples of some saddlebags that we're wanting to come out with. Hopefully we'll be able to come out with them sooner than later with your guys' help. We'll explain some ideas that we have around launching new products, but that's going to kick some behind. If you own horses and ride a lot, that's a product you're going to want. Mule duffel bag. If you take a ton of gear, the Mule duffel is just the bigger sister to the Burrow duffel. It's so good. Same makeup, just bigger. 100-liter bag. We've got the Beretta Extrema Plus shotgun up there for all you waterfowl hunters out there. I really want to get into waterfowl hunting. I had planned to do so pretty hardcore. Got a lab. I've had labs since I was younger. I love labs, but I got one specifically to get into waterfowl hunting. And then he jumped off a 60-foot cliff, and so now he's just a family pet. Miracle though, only broke a couple bones in his one paw. Other than that, he's fairly good, but he gets tired easy. Like if you take him hunting, he gets worn out really fast. That starts getting really sore. Got the Christensen Arms Ridgeline 280 Ackley improved. Love that caliber. Don't hit us up with all the comments of like, well, technically this caliber, yeah, I know there's a lot of great calibers out there, but when we're talking about ballistic coefficiency, the 280 Ackley improved is way up there. Got the Maven scope on there as well. This little guy right here is one of the funnest guns. As a Kel-Tec Sub 2000. It feels like you're shooting a paintball gun. Super accurate. It shoots a 9mm round. You can put all kinds of different clips in it. Super fun gun. Love it. You should own one. They're very inexpensive. Obviously the bow, because we love bow hunting. This is the Mathews VXR. I still have it. I haven't upgraded because I want to harvest a couple animals with it, so I feel like it's completed its mission before I upgrade it. And then obviously the Cuttercast sign, because it makes us feel warm and fuzzy. We can change the lighting, and the Cuttercast is podcast. It's coming back. The things that we're missing though are we're gonna get a barnwood table topper, it's more on brand, kind of bring things all together. Our friend Zach Stewart, aka Beef, is making that for us right now, actually. So hopefully we'll have that soon. Super excited about that. And then we ordered some lighting to beautify the wall up here so that we can change colors and just make it easier on the eye. But this weekly vlog has been in conversations for the last few years at this point. We haven't done it because it takes a lot of work to do a weekly vlog, as far as coming up with content that people want to watch and that's entertaining and educational, and then the work behind it with filming and editing. And so we haven't done it, but between Taylor and myself, we feel like we can get it done. We have a list of a lot of topics we think you guys will be interested in, as far as canvas cutter products and hunts that we're going on and things that we do. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it and let us know what you want to see. And then also, we want to know and comment below what you want to see on the wall. There's still space over here below the sign that we can throw stuff. We have space under the burro duffel. Over here on this side wall, we can throw some stuff up. So just let us know if there's something you want us to throw up on the wall. We'll get it up there. But we're going to try to keep this weekly and give you guys a lot of information about our products and also just what we're up to. If you want an inside look at a small outdoor company and what we do to keep it going, hopefully you'll get some insights here. Now to fill them in, T, with what we've been doing.
We found, right at first light, I found probably buck number 1. We'll name him Frank. I don't know why, it just seems good. He's all by himself. I couldn't find the other 2. He was just feeding by himself, and then started glass in a different area, and I turned up the other 2. So clearly they had a breaking up. All right, if you guys can't hear the 25 razors in the background of this mic, then it's probably a good mic. But it's opening morning. There's razors everywhere. We found 2 of the band members right away, which is good. They're where they're close to where they've been, but they look like they're moving out. Our friends, our fellow hunters, are back in their spot glassing, which kind of puts pressure on their routine. So they're kind of hung up trying to figure out what they're wanting to do. Hopefully we can keep eyes on them or find Frank, put them to bed somewhere else, and then go in after them. But we've got hunters and razors all over. Typical, I'm glad people are out hunting. It's your Utah general opener. But I'm kind of hoping we can find a possible play on one of the band members here. We'll see, though. We'll see. All right. Well, our wide buck, Crabby. Yeah, that's what I called him, huh? Crabby and Tall Boy. They both bedded over there, and the guys, one of the 15 razors below us, went over there, drove pretty close to them, got out, walked over to them. They jumped up, ran into some pretty thick stuff. So that was actually really cool, really insightful to know where they were going. I know where they go now when they get bumped. The hunter that bumped them still pussyfooting behind them, as I think most of us do, which is great. And so our friends that have been glassing our direction are still over there. There's 4 of them today. So we went from 2 to 3. Now we've got 4. So they must see something great. So we're going to turn around and help them out, glass the mountainside. Maybe drive up there a little ways and glass further. But hopefully turn something up. Have fun. That was cool to watch that. To watch those deer and to watch those guys try to sneak in. Hopefully we can turn something up and do it ourselves. Well, it's the end of the glassing morning, and not only have I been the most comfortable person all morning glassing up some beautiful animals, but also the first time out using this Tricer AD tripod. I'm super stoked about it. I actually thought it was going to be a little heavier than the tripod I currently have been using in the past. Turns out it's several ounces lighter. I love how the 1 1/8 leg is on the bottom and how they collapse from the top. Super easy to use, really easy to adjust and get super stable. Also, for how light it is, it stabilizes the weight of the binos and even a spotting scope really well. I love this pen head, and I didn't think I would. The Tricer, this is the BP pen head. It locks super simple in both directions. It's got this cool feature too, where you can extend that out pretty easily. But I've used a ball head in the past, and I've become really accustomed to that. So I didn't know how I'd feel about this, but it's awesome. And the last feature too is to tighten, oh my hell, your plate. The last feature too that I want to point out is just this, to tighten your plate down. The one on my ball head, it's fairly round and it doesn't have these grooves. It makes it really hard to get a good clamp on it. But those grooves right there, boom, let you like really crank down. She's solid. So if you haven't checked out Tricer, make sure to go over, check out Tricer. Get yourself a really good tripod. The hunts are upon us. We're going to be using these throughout the hunting season. I'll give you more feedback as I become more accustomed to it, let you know the things that I love about it and everything else in between. But Tricer, you got to check them out. Sweet tripod. Right. Well, we backed up the glass and came further up the mountain. We're just going to go explore. We're just going to hike down a ridge line, go really slow, glass as we go, and see if we can run into something good. Okay, well, we didn't get anything, but I feel like that was super educational. So I'm pretty pumped. An area I've wanted to look at and just have never taken time. And it's pretty sweet, pretty good area. Definitely something to pay attention to. A lot of fresh sign. I don't know whether it was the horses, a hunter in here this morning, or us, but I'm assuming the horses. They were pretty loud. Somebody jumped out a couple bucks and their tracks were pretty superb. So I'd love to get an eye on it. But between the band of bucks and whatever's up here, I think they've been bumped several times. So we might need to, we're going to get off the mountain before it rains. And then we're going to make a game plan.
Then after that, Father Wisdom has a limited entry elk tag for the same unit that I'm hunting deer on. And he had on camera several really good bulls that we were excited about. And for whatever reason, the state of Utah has the general season start before the limited entry hunt. So you get all these deer hunters and guys chasing spikes or cow elk come and bump animals all around, or even put a lot of pressure in areas to where it clears the animals out, and then the general or the limited entry hunt starts. So by the time they get to hunt, the areas had pressure, animals have been moved around. It is actually a disadvantage in my opinion. I would love to learn why they do that. But so we went with Father Wisdom, Taylor and I, to a spot that the biggest bull we call Brutus had been coming. We were determined that we were going to sit there for the first few days, but after that, I mean, nothing had come in. Nothing. Not a deer, not a cow elk, nothing. And so we were like, well, let's go find elk then, because this area usually holds a lot of elk. So we went on a 10 or 11 mile walkabout the next day. Schaefer showed up that night. We went on a pretty long walkabout.
I'm a rolling stone, bound to roam. Come the morning, or I'll be gone. Pouring rain, wanna hear that train. There she comes, won't you get on? Won't you get on?
Oh, we bumped a lion. I would show you film of the lion, but it happened so fast we didn't get it on film. But we bumped a lion off of water, which was really crazy. I've never bumped a lion in the wild. I've had a lion stalk me, John and I, on an elk hunt, and I saw it, and it saw me, and it turned and ran. But outside of that, this was the second time I've ever seen a lion in the wild, and we snuck up on it, which was a bit weird, but took off running. That was the only wildlife we saw, right, T? I think that's it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did have a squirrel while we were sitting on that water that kept dropping down by us and doing their little chatter, like warning sound, nonstop. And then he'd bounce away, go somewhere else, and come back out and like investigate us and be like, oh, yeah, they're still here. It was pretty special. Other than that squirrel and the lion, that cougar, we saw the elk across the canyon, but nothing to go after. So our fingers are crossed that we'll find the band, Frank, Tallboy, and Krabby, tomorrow and can get something done, or soon. And that Father Wisdom reports back tonight that maybe some elk have moved in there. He was going to try to hang a tree saddle above a spring that's pretty full, but we'll see about that, if that's going to work out or not, and then we'll fill you in. But that's what we've been up to. The next episode, we are planning on talking about sleep systems and which sleep system would be right for you. So we'll go over the Dominator, we'll go over the Summit, and we'll even talk about the Stronghold wall tent and where they work best, where they shine, and how we like to use them. I can show you my setups. And then we'll have further episodes where we go into the very minute details of each of those products. But we hope that you enjoy this content that we're going to start producing on a weekly basis. We hope to show you what it's like to run a small business in the outdoor industry, and we hope you enjoy what we do. I don't know, T, is there anything else? I think that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Boom. We'll see you next time.